Leo, and welcome to your love reading for June 2018. So I'm combining couples and singles, and we're just looking at the energies around you. You've got 2 pages and an ace, always about new growth, new potentials, that sort of energy. You've got 3 majors, the Judgment, the Justice, and the Emperor card. The overall energy is the Four of Swords, okay? The Four of Swords is a card of retreat, recharging your batteries and resting. It's, for me, it's not a forced retreat. She's got her hands in prayer position, so she's renewing her energy, focusing on her internal world and recharging her batteries, actually. And by the looks of the outcome, I think that's a really good idea, guys. Rest, because there seems to be a lot of happiness ahead for you in the month of June. So in your past position, you've got the Emperor. This might represent an Aries person, by the way. Or the Emperor in a love reading for me speaks of a lack of emotional flow. It's quite a guarded energy, probably my least favourite relationship card, well, one of them, because for a relationship to flow, you need the exchange of energy. The Emperor is I, self and me, okay? So there's always a good reason why we get a card. So either this has been you, Leo, or you've been relating with someone. So maybe you or someone else have been keeping your feelings under guard, all held in, quite uptight, okay? Not really your energy, Leo, but if you have been quite guarded, there's always a reason why. And it's always generally the same reason. I've been hurt before and I don't want to be hurt again. The human being is so wise, okay? And anyhow, the present is the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify him. He speaks of new potential and new growth, basically. Very, very fertile, that Page of Pentacles. He always brings with him exciting new opportunities. And he's with the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about joy, celebrating, and they're both energies of, if you look at the colours, there's a lightness and an emotional and very practical realness to these energies, Leo, okay? So this is the energy it's going to be around you in the present moment, in June or whenever you're watching it, but very, very different from this quite standoffish, guarded Emperor, okay? Now your outcome is a Justice card. Now, the Justice card basically is, basically stands for reaping the harvest of what you've sown. It tends to represent what you're waiting for, manifesting. So if some of you have been waiting on new love, this would be a great omen. Someone coming back. It's also about grace. It's about restoring peace, restoring a situation to its rightful order, okay? Very positive omen, the Justice card. Your best overall path to follow is the Judgment card. This is about hearing a call within you to follow a certain path with a certain person. You can't underride the energy of a major arcana like the Judgment card. It's a powerful pull towards someone, okay? Yeah, and it's with the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be a new practical beginning, a new house move, or just something new, because you got 2 new beginnings in the same element, which is the very tangible parts of your life, remember? Work, finances, job. But this Judgment card I love this card as I love reading, because it's about giving something a second chance, or someone a second chance. It's about being risen up from the dead. So look at these three people. They're coming out of these coffins and they're saying thank you. Thank you for new opportunities. Thank you for all the blessings that I've got. So some Leos are hearing some sort of call. It might be giving someone a second chance in a relationship. It might be to love again. It might be your existing relationship to take it to a new level. But there's definitely a feeling of gratitude around you, Leo. Okay? And no wonder, because the environment card coming at you is the Ace of Cups. Okay? My favourite card in the deck. I don't know why I love this card so much. I love love. But I love this card because it speaks of, even if you're not in a relationship, you just feel so full of that good vibration. This is a whole new emotional chapter. And the Ace of Discs is right next to the Ace of Cups. And I want to be a Leo this month, okay? This is beautiful, because this is combining love with the everyday matters of your life. And it might be you are giving a relationship a certain goal, or you're reminding yourself why you love that person so much, or you're meeting someone brand new, okay? Because these pages and all these aces would suggest that, by the way. But your hopes and fears are the Page of Swords. So if this is your hopes and fears, the Page of Swords can have a little bit of an insecure vibration. It might be that you're not fully trusting this. And that's okay. It's okay to have some apprehension around the bond, apprehension that you're making the right choice, because that's what the Page of Swords, sometimes the Page of Swords can be about communication. Maybe there's a bit of a communication issue, because the Six of Discs is clarifying it, which might be speaking of a dialogue needs to happen. Discs energies are all about authenticity, being real, being straightforward in your dialogue. Because if we cannot be straightforward in our dialogue, our life doesn't really mean anything, and our love doesn't really mean anything. And Leo, I want something way greater than that for you. Because we shouldn't have to hide who we are in our communications. But there's a little bit of unsureness that you can be genuine and that you can be real. That this new beginning is actually something that you want to invest in. But anyhow, your outcome is the Nine of Cups, so you're going to invest in it anyhow. The Nine of Cups is emotion, and then the Nine of Cups leads to the Ten of Cups. You could not make that up, Leo, if you tried. This is about taking a risk basically. It's either some Leos might be letting in someone who's hurt them in the past and deciding to give it another go, okay? I definitely see that. It can be in coupled Leos, you've gone through a difficult time, but this is you moving to this 10, this completion, this emotional happiness. Or some Leos are meeting someone for the first time. It's a whole new chapter. You might be meeting them through a friend, through work, through something you do on a very practical level, because the Page of Pentacles is here. You can't push it because the overall energy is the Four of Swords. Rest, recuperation, you're not in charge. What's in charge is the Judgment and the Justice card. The Justice card is all about timing. And when we don't trust the Judgment card, That's when we fall into the difficult energies like the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Or we give things over to divine timing and we trust in the process. We hear the call and we respond to that call, but we don't push, we don't force, we just allow. I think you've got the reading of the month, Leo, basically. There might be a little bit of insecurity with that Page of Swords, and the answer is authenticity. Because if we can't be real, how can we have a relationship to begin with? It means that we're hiding a part of ourselves, and you're hiding yourself because you feel vulnerable. And it's because maybe the feelings are so powerful. Anyhow, lovely reading, Leo, reading of the month, okay? Loads of love, bye.